history of pre-colonial Nigeria. Our story begins in the north, where the winds of the Sahara whispered tales of trade and knowledge. Around the 9th century, the Kanem-Bornu Empire began its rise near Lake Chad. Imagine this, a powerful state controlling the trans-Saharan trade routes. Gold from the south, salt from the desert, and goods from North Africa all passed through their hands. This wasn't just about wealth, it was an exchange of ideas. The empire's rulers, like the legendary Mayadris Aluma in the 16th century, embraced Islam, which brought with it literacy, advanced legal systems, and diplomatic ties to the wider world. They established a formidable cavalry, sophisticated administrative structures, and centers of learning that rivaled others across the globe. Kanem-Bornu was a testament to how strategic location and visionary leadership could build an empire that lasted for nearly 1,000 years. As we travel westward, we encounter another major force, the Hausa kingdoms. Think of them not as a single, unified empire initially, but as a collection of powerful city-states like Kano, Katsina, and Zaria. Each city was a hub of a specific craft or trade. Kano was famous for its textiles and dyeing pits, some of which are still in use today. Katsina was a major center for learning and commerce, while Zaria was known for its grain and its warrior queen, Amina. According to legend, Queen Amina was a brilliant military strategist who expanded her kingdom's territory significantly in the 16th century. These states were interconnected by trade and a common language, but also fiercely competitive. This competition fueled their growth, leading to impressive walled cities and complex political systems, laying a deep-rooted foundation for the culture and commerce of northern Nigeria. Now, let's journey south, into the dense rainforests, to discover the heart of the Yoruba people. Here, the city of Ife, or Ilife, is revered as the cradle of Yoruba civilization. According to their cosmology, this is where creation began. By the 12th century, Ife was producing some of the most breathtaking art the world has ever seen. We're talking about incredibly naturalistic bronze and terracotta heads, sculpted with a level of detail and artistry that astonished the world when they were later discovered. This wasn't just art for art's sake, it was a reflection of a highly organized society with a sophisticated spiritual and political structure led by a sacred king, the Uni. The influence of Ife's culture and artistic traditions spread far and wide, giving rise to other powerful Yoruba kingdoms. One of the most prominent of these was the Oyo Empire. Emerging around the 14th century, Oyo became a true powerhouse. What was their secret? A superior military, particularly their cavalry, which allowed them to dominate the savanna plains between the forests and the Niger River. The empire was governed by a sophisticated system of checks and balances, with the Olofin, the emperor, sharing power with a council of chiefs known as the Oyomezi. This political structure was remarkable for its complexity and stability, allowing the Oyo Empire to control a vast territory and a lucrative trade network for centuries. Their political genius and military might made them one of the most significant states in West Africa. Moving further south, to what is now southern Nigeria, we arrive at the legendary Kingdom of Benin. Founded by the Edo people, with dynastic roots tracing back to Ife, Benin grew into a formidable empire. The capital, Benin City, was a marvel of urban planning. Early European visitors described it as a massive city with great walls and a network of hundreds of interconnected streets. It was protected by one of the largest man-made structures in history, the Walls of Benin, a complex system of moats and ramparts that stretched for thousands of kilometers. The Oba, or king, was the political and spiritual head of the kingdom. Benin's artists were masters of bronze casting, creating the famous Benin bronze's intricate plaques and sculptures that chronicled the kingdom's history, royal lineage, and spiritual beliefs. These weren't just decorations, they were historical documents cast in metal, a library of a vibrant and powerful civilization. And we can't forget the societies of the East, like the Igbo people. Unlike the centralized empires we've discussed, the Igbo were organized into a collection of autonomous villages and city-states. They were connected by a shared culture, language, and belief system. This decentralized structure didn't mean they were less sophisticated. In fact, it fostered a unique republican spirit and a highly developed trade network. The archaeological site of Igbo-Akwu, dating back to the 9th century, has unearthed stunning bronze artifacts of incredible craftsmanship, completely distinct from the styles of Ifo Benin. This proves the existence of a wealthy and complex society with its own unique artistic traditions long before its neighbors rose to prominence. Their trade networks, governed by councils of elders and title holders, were extensive and efficient. We also have the Kingdom of Nri, an ancient Igbo state that held significant spiritual authority. The Eznri was a priest-king, a spiritual leader whose influence extended far beyond his direct political control. This kingdom was built on ritual and spiritual power, not military conquest, acting as a center for cleansing, justice, and cultural unity across much of Igboland for centuries. So, what does this all tell us? Before a single colonial flag was raised, the land of Nigeria was a dynamic tapestry of powerful empires, sophisticated kingdoms, and thriving city-states. From the scholarly courts of Kanem-Bornu and the bustling markets of the Hausa states, to the artistic brilliance of Ife and Benin, the political genius of Oyo, and the decentralized republicanism of the Igbo, this was a region of immense diversity, innovation, and strength. These civilizations developed complex governance, global trade links, and profound artistic and spiritual traditions that have shaped the very soul of Nigeria today. Their history